Hello and welcome back. We're playing as Spain here in Victoria 3, public open beta patch 1.2.1, and we are continuing the forever struggle against Great Britain in this run. Last episode, we tried to have a nice little fight just in Central Asia because this is one of the few strategic regions UK doesn't have an interest. We're like, hey, we're just going to start fights here for now. Nope. They got to start a fight with us. They started a fight, or the United States started a fight with us against Mexico, because Mexico is a protectorate. We managed to fight them off. UK, of course, joins that war, so we can't ever get away from them. And now, they can't get away from us. They've declared a war in Dainam, and we are going to try and, a war in for Xi'an. I'm not sure if this is Qian or Xi'an. In terms of pronunciation, they've declared a war for it. They have double our battalions, and I think maybe, better PMs on average. So this is going to be a rough war for us. Our goal, what we were planning on doing in this war, was just prevent them from landing Xi'an and just wrecking them in terms of destroying their economy just like a little bit and trying to get it so that they would enforce this British war reparations. I don't think this is going to be happening. I think that we're probably going to be losing this, but we can leave this war anytime we want. So we are going to try and, just set up and defend as best as possible Xi'an from the aggressors, as well as Great Qing, and try and get some licks in. Right now, it's kind of just feels like the epic struggle between us and Great Britain. Our economy surpassed theirs last episode, so this is something. We have a much larger population. We've just been having, that's SOL line if I ever saw one. Ours looks more reasonable than theirs. Yeah, theirs seems very unreasonable. Same with their GDP line. Ours seems much more reasonable. That's probably a bug. But yeah, a big part of, I think, why we passed them up was we got to 1K construction, we went to protectionism. It's less bugged. Are running a little bit of a deficit of authority. But this episode, we will be fighting, we will be doing the same thing we do every episode, Pinky. Trying to fight the UK. We'll keep building some more government administrations. Let's look to see if we have insufficient tax capacity in a couple places. We'll add a couple there. And also in Galicia. So our customs union with Dainam is broken because they joined a war against us. This is fair enough. I suppose we should stop bankrolling them. Fair enough. Let's see if we can declare interests in more regions, just so more people can run trade with us. Alright, fair enough. Not really that much more regions, but fair enough. So hopefully our boyos will get there, and we will manage stuff. It looks like we're doing pretty well on most of these fronts. Now, we kind of need another commander. I think once this 85 guy comes through, we'll try and have him push through here. Yeah, let's just continue on our way. We do have this business as well, with the revolution of Brazil, but I think we'll be able to put that down. Brazil is a protectorate, so this is why we're helping them. Primary reason. British colonized Tonga. Looks like we will not be cutting the British off. Unless we manage to take Hero Land from them at some point, which maybe we will try and declare, but we have not had a... We've not been able to declare war on Great Britain for some time now because we've had a truce with them for the past, 30 years. Because they've been just joining every war against us. This is disgusting. We have allies traveling there, but no one... We've, of course, traveled up there. It's a shame. Rotten shame. Maybe we can get them to defend and enforce. Looks like there's also some bugginess with our queue here. Unfortunately, we can't do anything to remove stuff from the queue. So when something's eating up, 40 construction, we can't kick it to the bottom. But hopefully we do okay getting rid of this, and then we can move some more guys over here. Looks like we're pushing back here or something. Gonna slow down a little. Looks like Russia's come off this front, which is fine. I think we're gonna do okay here. Or we should do okay. Let's have this guy. This guy is defending Xi'an from naval invasion. I think we're just gonna keep that. Or actually, why don't we swap these two? Once this guy gets out of battle, I guess. It looks like their fronts are falling apart a little. We are trying to push into Dainam here. Are building up these power plants quite a lot. They should be able to find employment a little bit. Do you have a qualifications problem here is the question. There is a little bit of a qualifications problem. This is an incorporated state. We'll just build a uni here to help smooth that along for now. Can also get migration coming that way. Looks like things are starting to pick up positively. Xi'an is very importantly not occupied, but why are you getting enforced on so quickly? Casualties, yeah. That'll do it. I think our guy up here, United States just capitulates. Our guy up here is just defending, so this front's not going anywhere. You should be able to very comfortably defend this indefinitely. We wanted to push here. Looks like we get this off there. So now what I'm going to do, let's unpin that. Let's patrol the coast with our smaller guy, since they don't have very strong armies. And now we can, if we wanted to, land somewhere. But I think that we're actually just going to navally invade Russia here. Oh, we had a general die. No? Where's our other big general then? Shouldn't we have a bunch in the Iberia HQ? I'm so confused. This guy's decent though, so we'll just recruit him. And we'll push into Heroland. Maybe this slows down their colonization, maybe it doesn't. I'm not sure. Where did our... We have more battalions, where the freak are they? Did we unpin them from the outliner? Yeah, we unpinned them from the outliner. That's awkward. Yeah, I think I like landing Russia and getting Russia out of the war, maybe? Because Russia, we know we can land Russia pretty easily here. We can't land the UK. We've tried. We've tried quite a lot. Why are we making so much money? That's kind of grim. The investment pool is draining. Fair. Lower taxes maybe here, but that would be a temporary measure. Let's just let that eat some of our deficit away. Maybe look to expand construction soon. Looks like we're kind of pushing in the right spots here. Could maybe try and enforce on Dainam to eliminate the front between Xi'an and the other. Get an obligation from Ecuador. I think our plan was to invite them to the customs union, use the obligation, and then stop bankrolling them because we don't want to protectorate them. They're too small. Looks like we're getting some pushes off here. Looks like we're going to lose some ground there. Dainam is conscripting now that they're beginning to get occupied. It looks like we're not going to be able to enforce on them before they enforce on us. Going to take a look here and maybe try and see what we can do. So electricity is really expensive. Part of that is engines being expensive. So we're going to try and make engines a little bit cheaper here. We're going to look and try and see... We're going to 51 them in Toledo. And then add a few more of these. I'm gonna solve this little infrastructure with a couple ports. And that should be good. Now we go back to losing money, so I'm glad we didn't add anything, but our investment pool is growing. So maybe it's when we let the auto queue take over. Dynam gets enforced on. Spectacular. That must mean, where did our 50 stack go? Alright, it went over here. These little pockets are getting hollowed out. Hopefully we enforce on Russia soon here. Russia's not making any headway into here. And they've just been losing soldiers there. So I guess bleeding people out as a strategy seems to be a lot stronger. And like not trying to... I just think we like can't try and land them. Monument to the Queen, of course. We'll take the prestige. We're looking to become #1. And we get electrical capacitors. Very, very important. So brine electrolysis is very nice for starters. But also, these textile mill PMs, we're going to turn on in the capital. I don't think we can turn them on everywhere. But they are labor saving in general. And so we'll do those. Which of course is going to increase the demand for electricity. Now that we're in on this, I think we go electric railways. And then combustion engine. Love seeing Great Qing cleaning these up. Time for the landing to pop off. We might just sit and defend after we get in on the land. We're making work of them, so we'll just keep on it for now. Great Qing is importing clippers from us. We shouldn't even be making too many clippers. Yeah, our labor is still too cheap for those labor-saving PMs to be any good. Hopefully the uptick of engines here really makes a big difference. I'm hoping it does. That's why I said hopefully. Again, building them to 51 so they have a maximum throughput bonus from economies of scale. Let's take a look at the situation for these guys. We would really love to get a higher approval on the trade unionists if we can. Problem is now it's a bit difficult to put them in government now that we have a voting system. We could do this, but you know, that is what it is. So we're kind of be stuck in on a lot of these laws for a little bit. But I think that overall this is okay. I think that it is kind of the path forward for the trade unionists trying to get closer to 20% clout anyways. Great Britain colonized Kalat. Nice. But maybe not. Maybe we should have stayed on oligarchy. Oligarchy is nice because it lets you pick exactly where you want stuff. Alright, so let's move this boyo over here, maybe? No, we already have a guy there. Just gonna try and cause max damage here. Now, I'm curious if they expand. Yeah, they still expand. And so the question is, can we cut them off? And I really don't know. Elevator's nice, though. Now, does that give us a PM? Gotta double check in the, yeah, unlocks arcades. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure. So we can start trying to turn arcades on. Gonna make glass and steel more expensive. Russia gets enforced on. And it's a white piece. So we managed to stick our finger in the UK's pie. Like they've been sticking their finger in our pie this entire time. Now, this is not a war we're involved in. And we can involve ourselves in a war. Now, we can involve ourselves with another war up here. We can, no, we can't vassalize these boys. Start damaging relations, maybe, with the idea of annexing them. But we're gonna have to start a war in a spot where the UK has an interest. Unless they don't, do they have an interest in, yeah, Ethiopia too. I would just as soon not start a war where they have an interest. I think I want to kind of chill and just get a bigger stick than them. Maybe we're supposed to improve relations with them, but that seems pretty late for that. We tried to do that at game start. Maybe we should have... I think maybe at game start we should have tried to make friends with Great Britain instead of with France. Because our pie definitely feels much more had this way. Western Australia Dominion seems fine. Like a fine play. So does annexing Aish, I think. Well, how much infamy do we have? Probably close to 0. So we actually want a decent sized war. Oh, we can just bring these guys back into the customs union and start bankrolling them again. Why don't we check all of our bankrolls and then come back to this war question. So we can make you a protectorate except you're defending the borders. Yep. We can make you into a protectorate except you're defending the borders. Yep. We can make you into a protectorate except you're defending the borders. Yep. Defending the borders? Yep, just need you to come off for a second. And then easy peasy, we protectorate you. This Trugal states, man, I really want to be able to start a play just against the UK, but we literally just have a constant... I want to be able to start a play for Gibraltar here. So, for some reason, for whatever reason, we cannot add it to the war goal. I don't want to use annex on them, because we're going to incorporate part of them anyways when we form Iberia eventually. And don't want to quite do that yet. So, I don't know what to do here. Dominion these boyos. These guys are kind of expensive in terms of the Dominion. Paraguay. I don't really think we get a lot out of that in terms of resources. Have we annexed Iraq? Maybe that's the play. Annex Iraq. Yeah, that's the play. We'll have this guy push, and then expect a fate against the UK here. Let's improve relations with Austria. Dynam joins our customs union. We're starting to make a little bit of money here. And we're about to finish a whole bunch of these motor industries here, which I think is going to be quite nice. We, of course, will need more iron. Or sorry, not iron, steel to support that. You're making mostly steel, right? Steel's a little bit expensive. Why don't we do this? And then... I saw coal was also expensive, and that's part of that entire chain of things. So let's see where we have the most labor. And we also have at least 10 infra in these places. So that'll be quite nice. It's a whole bunch in the queue. Great Britain sides with Iraq, of course. And they want to conquer Zululand, as they usual. Now, being able to get Italy in is maybe something we could do. Don't really see... Yeah, I don't think that's quite worth it, because I don't think Italy helps us out enough. We love the radical being in control, because we mainly have radical laws, so that'll make them actually super loyal, as you see here. They were before, we were just getting this, now we're getting both bonuses, so nice, big happy. And UK joins again. I think we actually want to try and take Heroland from them. But the thing is, I don't think we can enforce on them if we try and take Heroland. This 80 stack is going to go right here. Yeah, I don't think... They're not going to come out and play, so shouldn't we just be able to take Heroland off of them? We can occupy it. And have that as like the only war goal. Which is not a lot, but it prevents them from getting into the Congo. So... And it's not too expensive now that there's the 50% changes. Right, so it's only going to cost us 6 infamy to do. And have this be as the only war goal on the British. And we'll just very quickly occupy it. And then we'll just sit. Now they wanted Zululand. So we're going to patrol the coast of Zululand so they can't land it as easily. And then we're going to raid their convoys with our big 90 stack stick. We're not going to navally invade their capital. We're instead going to try and kind of do what they've been doing to us, just bleed them. They're confident. I don't think they should be. But okay. We don't have anyone on that front. I don't think we necessarily need one. I'd rather push through this one first. Actually, Heroland is the war goal. They started embargoing us. I don't think we had any trade going to them, but sure. You do you, man. Is there any trade between our markets? I don't think so. It'll be a little bit bad if they actually push through us here. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add some military to the front of the queue. Let's get up another... to 275, so another 20. There's 15. There's 20. Another little bit of battalions. And once we get Heroland, we have the Congo. We've completely cut everyone else off from it. Beautiful. And long run, this is going to make a big difference. And also, it's the only war goal, so we can tick them below 0. Unfortunately, they can somehow tick us below 0 to conquer Zululand without occupying us, so that seems like a drag. So we might just be hemorrhaging 6 infamy here for nothing if we have to wipe peace out. But we'll see how things go. Maybe we want to see about swaying someone. Except it's this weird Austria, unswayable Austria thing we got going. Maybe it's because they're allies with... No, just allies with the US. Could also just switch to defense here, because the defense is much, much better. And then just land them. With... Yeah, I think I like that idea. We can just land behind if we need to on Gibraltar. For whatever reason, we can't ask for Gibraltar here, but asking for Heroland's probably better here. Question is, do we think we win this battle? Maybe we do. We're gonna switch to advancing front. Does I see some fists? Are you guys rebellious? Turmoil from radicals? They don't have a bunch of radicals in their main area, so they're not that likely to rev here. Actually, we're gonna defend here and just land with the 50 stack. Because I think we enforce pretty easily here. Oh, we can't war? Oh, we're not at war yet. Okay, got it. I'm just gonna land with the 50 stack here. And defend this front. They can push in if they want. Certainly our ally is, but they're gonna get wrecked. Yeah, that's what they're doing. We're just gonna quietly enforce here. I didn't even see that message. Probably wanted to read that. Control half the war goals now. I think if we just land behind, we just get the province, so just looking to lose as few guys as possible. I'm gonna move the 17 stack over here. The 34 stack should go over there next. Yep. This should be an easy win. They're fighting our allies' 5 stack, but that's not our 5 stack. Trying to keep the dead down. I think we'll move the 17 across to here. Just try and occupy and bleed them. Manchu obligation expired. Kind of hate how you can be bankrolling someone and the obligation can expire. But okay, whatever. They of course are expanding, so... But if we take all... Yeah, this should be good for us. Really good. Really, really, really good. We're gonna lose that war, but that's not our guys. Winning this war, once we push in, I think we take Cap here. Yeah. That's the stuff. We're not taking too many casualties right now, just 26k. Very low amount. And we've got Heroland already had, which is our only war goal on Great Britain, so don't need to seize their capital. And just play... Ooh, North German Federation is formed. Let's go Prussia. I think we're starting to do better on the Radical Loyalist front as well. Good obligation from Manchuria. Get Barosi Uprising. We can move a guy over there once they're free. Did our landing work? It looks like it did. So we will just leave the defensive... Well, we'll move this guy over to Iraq to help with that. And then once that guy gets there, we'll move the other guy back to Spain. The guy who's good at defense. Or maybe we should just leave the other guy back. Yeah, let's just leave the other guy back. He is the better on offense, but this will be able to stop them from landing us here at the home countries, and we are stopping them from landing on Zulu because we're patrolling those coasts, and we're just gonna look to squeeze them like a zit. We have a ton of war support. We have very low tick. We have the war goal, the one war goal that we have on Great Britain, so they should be able to tick below 0, and we'll just wait them out. And they either have to land us here to try and retake the war goal, which is, I suppose, something they could do. Oh, we were gonna want you guys raiding the convoys here. That convoy raid should be very successful. Pushing in here, but that's kind of whatever. Dynam owes us an obligation. Can we protect her, these boyos? Probably not. Oh yeah, we have a truce. That's right. Building a ton of coal. Let's see what's expensive in the market. Electricity. We gotta try and bring that down. You're not fully employed. We enforce on Iraq. And now who's draining quick? You are, because you got... Well, you got a lot of radical pops too. But we control 100% of the war goals. And we are just draining at your rate, draining at double the rate. You can drain below 0. We can drain below 0 too, so this is an unfortunate part. But I think that we are going to get this as well. You know? And I think they will know this soon. And we're just gonna wait them out. This calm, quiet little war might be the one. Now we have a problem in our private construction queues. Something is not right in the state of Denmark. Something's taking a little bit extra. Those the opium plantations. Well, this is taking 40, which it shouldn't. I guess it's kind of okay. Got allies traveling there. We will put our little 17 stack on that front. And I think we just leave the big stacks at home now to defend against any landing attempt. And we just drain. Drain. Yeah, look at that, -10 on what he wants to do. Because he knows it's gonna be end here. And we discover oil in the Libyan desert. Hiya. Let's actually take a look at all the PMs. Ooh. All those should be steel frame. What did we annex? Here? Let's click our button. Our special button. So Mosul, Baghdad, Basara. And then we'll reset there too, but what theirs was whoop, definitely want that on automatic irrigation. But the oil we swapped to tanker cars. Put you on auto expansion, put you on auto expansion, you on auto expansion, opium on auto expansion, gold, auto. Honest work is activated. Shaanxi we get a obligation with. I don't think we can protect her, these boyos. Almost, even through defending the border, okay, we almost have it. So we have so much stronger military. The industrialists, I think, are more happy with us, so we'll do this. We really want to keep the trade unionist bonus. Yeah, but... Oh, what's this? Sorry, sorry, France. I guess our alliance with France might be over here. But yeah, we're just gonna push in here. I don't know why this battle's taking forever. Ah, because it's bugged. There's one soldier, and we're losing troops to this one soldier. Why don't we try and solve the... Alright. We're gonna need a new admiral. I'm gonna hire that guy and then fire him. Super. I'm gonna hire this guy and then promote the other guy up. We'll have this guy patrol the coast of Zulu. This guy raid the convoys. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have him come here and try and free up. Let's see which one of these guys is offensive. This guy is Stancialo. I'm gonna have him try and free up this bugged out area because obviously we're just losing troops to this for nothing, which is kind of sucks. And so if we enforce on them from behind, that should help. I think we do want to make another place that's making power plants, so let's try and find a place in incorporated territory that has a lot of peasants. So Niger Delta's not incorporated. Most of these places are not incorporated. Cordoba? Is Cordoba? Where is Cordoba? I think Cordoba might be back here. Yeah. I'm just gonna 51 it and add a bunch of railways ahead. Very intentionally leaving this guy at home so he can defend if they try and land us. Now we bleed them out. And then take Heroland, denying them rubber for later. Unless, did they get into Botswana? No. No. We're not white piecing, dude. This is really stupid though, because they'll be able to colonize out of Botswana. So we'll need to take Botswana. They'll have no market access though, so it'll be useless to them, so maybe we just let them have it. It'll just be an island inside of us. A skid mark on the underpants of our society. We are not taking this piece. We are taking Heroland. We have it. You can't land us. Nah, 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 nah. This is what you've done this whole time. Said you can't land us. Nah, 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 nah. And I encourage you to try and land this. Looks like we will just go through the back here on getting this. Nope, we'll just have this bug battle forever, I guess. Okay, fair enough. Whatever. This guy will just raid the convoys. Are you ready to capitulate? Nope, not yet. Okay, fair enough. Let's see if we have insufficient tax capacity. We do, in a couple places. We will promote this guy again. Weird bugged out battle though. One guy. The little engine who could. Just taking a little screen of that. Are you amenable to surrender now? No? Soon. You got some loans and turmoil. I guess we're finally starting to bring him down. I didn't even realize we were improving relations with Sokoto. We actually probably want to damage relations with Sokoto. Oh, they were improving relations with us. Yeah, eventually we want to open up their market, so let's do some of that. We get colonization rights there. Yeah, it's just going to be super awkward that they have Botswana here. Really not what we wanted. But okay. It is what it is. You ready to give up yet? Nope. See, the sick thing is they can decay us below 0. And we're losing 2, and they're losing 2.3. Because we keep actually just losing troops to this for no good reason. Because of this. I guess we just stand everything down, actually. Because this way we don't lose guys to, this way we don't lose guys to attrition. Also, they can defend here. France has got some problems. Whoa, how are we losing that? Oh well. Not important now. So they want to give up Zululand? Oh, they want us to give up Zululand. That's, you know what? I almost clicked accept. I would have been very sad. No, we're taking from you. Once this goes away, I think we can ask for it all. Bugged out battle, just killing our troops though. Eventually we'll lose this battle, I guess. Yeah, he's killing like 100 at a time. So... really hate that you cannot send war demand when they have one sent to you. It's kind of silly. Yeah. I think we just colonize everywhere now, so we don't have to worry about it. I guess these islands too. They're almost ready to capitulate. They've almost had enough. See our infamy. Yeah. Our auto queue is building mostly electricity. This is fine with us. We are going for electric railways next, so we will need a lot. We of course have a lot incoming. Regards to Cordoba. Yeah, they're eventually gonna kill us. Just taking another screen grab. We eventually lose this battle, I guess. Will you give up now? No, why is this? Conquer British... Why are you so uppity about it now? Is it because it finished being a colony or whatever? That's stupid. What the hell? It was a colony, now it's not a colony. Are they decaying? Are we decaying more than them now? Oh my god, what the fuck? It's based on the total number we have mobilized. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna conscript a bunch of guys, even though we're not fighting. So we decay slower. This is so asinine, dude. We haven't been holding on to the thing, and we can decay below 0, and they're asking for Zululand, even though they don't occupy it. Yep, so now that we've mobilized all these guys, we're now getting a minus 2.6 because it's 164k out of 687,000 available, which this has been raised significantly because of the conscripts, so now we're going to decay slower again. Didn't want to have to raise all the conscripts because it makes labor more expensive everywhere, but I don't know what else to do. The annoying thing is this is brought about partially by this bug where we're just losing a ton of guys here. you know, because of this forever battle that they eventually won with those single soldier. Don't tell me that they just have an unkillable soldier. Now it's 2 unkillable soldiers. And they're just gonna go at us again. The 2 unkillable soldiers. I think we still managed to pull this out. Yeah, we do. Okay. So let's take Heroland. And eventually, Tatswana, I think, rises up against them here. But we get all of Heroland to ourselves. Well, yikes. I don't think we need this many railways. Why can't we delete some? Why can't we delete any of these railroads? Kurdish secession. Okay, fair. Tatswana. Well, they're not going to be able to get anyone on this front, so they're just going to get wrecked. Question is do we want to join in? Probably not. We just let him get wrecked. I mean, we can guarantee that they get wrecked, but they don't have any troops here, right? Yeah, so they just get hosed. And they just lose this. Which we are very much okay with. Now, France is having a problem. So... Oh, we don't even have an alliance with them anymore. Got it. Interesting. Interesting. Starting to make some big money, though. And we're adding to the investment pool. Standard of living is rising very, very slow. But man, it just hit me. We just finally enforced something on the UK after like 7 or 8 wars. That feels good. Also, it very importantly bricked their Congo experience, so now we are the only scrambler left. We can also declare war here. Don't hate annexing Ish. I say. I don't know how this is pronounced. Of course, assuming the UK comes in. I'm just so tired of fighting the UK, actually, to be honest. Gonna let Chile finish colonizing so we don't get any people coming in on that. Guess we could dominion these boyos. This seems fine. Put the expert offensive planner over there. Honduras is helping. Oh, interesting. Now we could trigger the Metropolitan Railway, but I don't think we need to do that now. But what we could do is we could build up something first and then trigger it. Kind of want to start swapping to electric trains in places. Nowhere really needs the needs the infrastructure though. Infrastructure is relatively okay. If we get a Kurdish secession here, we will have these boyos put it down. Sorry, Kurds. I don't know, compromise is good. That's what I heard. We're saving enough pops from them. I'm gonna turn on the railroad here. Get a native uprising. We'll put the 17 stack on it. Making money, but I think I want to let this come out. Or start paying off the debt. We haven't expanded construction in a hot minute, though. So maybe we don't want to quite be making this much money. We can swap on monitor. Looks like the UK might not actually join against us in one of these 3 wars, which is wild. Let's turn on monitor. Let's go steal passenger trains everywhere. Ooh, train center throughput. We'll start swapping a couple of these over to electric, even before we need it. Let's add some construction centers. Just a smattering. We should have put in war reps, but we didn't. Oh well. No UK join. We beat them once, and then they're like, yeah, maybe we should stop this. Looks like they're just gonna get enforced on here. It's in Taswana. So we are getting a little bit close to overcoming their... Yeah, their GDP is... I wish we had a nice graph of them, but their GDP is struggling. They're kind of stalling out here, and we're getting ahead. Let's take a look at our PMs. I'm gonna start swapping some of these over. Those ones aren't super profitable. Let's do these ones, which they'll build more electricity in general. Swap this to electric engines as well. And we got a ton of more electricity coming through here. We'll put this on auto expand. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. And this on auto expand. Yep. This should be over fairly quickly. We do have to enforce on Honduras, so why don't we just land Honduras? Or we don't have to enforce on Honduras. Whatever, we're just gonna land them anyway. Silly native uprisings. But, let's take a look at the cultures. I've been trying to see... Ooh, this Han one's a little bit interesting. Of course, there is a mass migration there. But I've been trying to see if we can, you know, encourage Spanish culture elsewhere. And it doesn't seem to be the case. Too much. I know it will be in the case in like more incorporated territories, like this place will switch to Spanish, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the public schools only apply heavily to the assimilation only applies to incorporated states. So why don't we pass private health? Well, I know why we don't want to pass private health insurance, because then the trade unionists get mad at us, and rather just have them happy. Also, we're not quite at a point where it's better even. We get elastics for textile mills. Gonna want to start turning that on. Turn it on here first, which of course loses money, but a lot of these things are not even well employed, because currently there's no demand for elastics. So maybe we should have turned it up slower, but whoop. Let's have UV steam power, refrigerated rail cars. Have I just been so stressed out about the wars with UK that I'm not swapping my PMs when I need to. Crazy how cheap labor has been this whole entire game for us. Part of that is us taking, we'll just take that. Part of it is us taking Beijing early on, and now them, like, migrating 3 mil to our, like, our other places. Take a look. So a lot of people have come to Castile, and still they're mostly Spanish. And I think this is the public education speaking here. We have up construction about 200, and still holding on to a nice little surplus. So we're going to do it a little bit more. It's like we should be enforcing on everyone here. They're going to get enforced on, the UK. Crush the succession. Cool. Here, I'm going to come around and build level 1s where we don't have level 1s anywhere. That way we have it on auto-expanding. Put these on auto expand. I don't think I wanted steam powered threshers there. And then come down to this, auto expand all that. Auto expand all that, all that, all that. We get colonization rights. We're making money, but not a ton. Kind of where we want to be. Now, pushing in there. Starting to creep up on the UK here. What is their prestige mostly from? 500 looting goods. A lot of GDP from subjects and power projection. Almost about to enforce on them here. Oop, I forgot Radical Bahrain started to play against us. Oopsie, that's a bad on my part. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to land them if... Nope, they have 0 guys on the front, so we'll just have to wait. This is creeping up quite nice. Has this resolved? It has with the rubber, so now I think we're going to turn on the other places for the rubber. Or I know this place has a lot of... Here. We'll do some of this. As well. Starting to pull ahead here. It's going to take us a little while to enforce on Bahrain, but it's fine. Subjugate Nicaragua here. Dutch capitalist revolt. It wants us to help against the Netherlands. Who's already involved? They're offering us on obligation. Us and Austria versus Russia. But Prussia's involved in something with them. Theirs is... I think I don't want any part of that. We can start bankrolling them. I think we want them in the customs union. Let's check all of our bankrolls here. You're defending the borders. You're defending the borders. Also, we don't have a customs union anymore. What happened? Wait, what? You reenacted isolation. We're gonna start damaging relations and we're gonna stop bankrolling you. Can't believe it. After all we did for you. You are damaging. Yeah. So maybe we can get Ukraine in. Ukraine's a big one. What are we researching? Combustion engine? Okay. It's gonna be kind of a big one. And then by the time we finish that, enlistment officers will be almost not spread out. And we could go for landing craft. Oh, steam turbines also going to be big. We're a little behind overall on Miltech, I think, so maybe we go landing craft. Or trench works and then landing crafts, kind of like that. And then we'll be able to really take it to the UK, like, comfortably instead of, like, having all these close wars. It feels like. I'm gonna finish swapping over the PMs. Labor saving PMs are not the business currently. I think we want all the steel mills on open hearth, all these on electric engines. Arcades is a big swap here, right? No, it's not really anymore. So let's do that. Democratic Progressive Party wins. Let's take a look what that is. Yeah, it's this these big boyos. We could put the PSOE in if we need to. And this would allow us to push we want to do this tax system eventually. The industrialists don't like it. We're gonna try and pass it through though. I think we want to boost the steel and glass throughput, which will decrease the cost of our construction goods, or it should. And Taswana is no longer part of Britain. Nice. I think we could not establish a colony there while they had that little uprising. So now we're back at it. And we're hoping that people like come to Spain and then leave to the colonies, and then I was really hoping we would be able to spread, you know, our culture a lot better than we could, but we're not spreading our culture very well at all. We should spread it here relatively in good order, but from high assimilation. Yeah, this is a pop-off though. We're about to add a whole bunch more construction as well. Why don't we add it and then call it a day?
episode. Getting close to 100 million in pop as well. Really turning a corner, it feels. And we're getting close to the achievement because this is coming on up. Well, we're getting closer. It's been Beijing Secom. 49k government expenses. I think we'll let that maybe be a famine, but hopefully there's not a famine. Because there's actually a lot of people in Beijing. We could also incorporate Beijing. Wouldn't be insane. It would take 20 years. Would be kind of insane, actually. Never mind. That would be nuts. It's just, like, way too expensive. Let's add bureaucratic centers where we are short on tax capacity. We do need places that are isolated to have, yeah, ports. Making a little bit of money, that this is okay. I think we want to slowly come out of debt here. Not too quick. So we can use, what is it? Motor carriages for the urban center, which I think is really good. We're just going to swap on it all right now. This will make transportation more expensive, which is good for us because we pay less on the subsidy. While that is occurring. And then we also want to swap over. We got to find a motor industry that's not enormous. But I think larger than 3. So I guess we got to go through here and look for one. I think we need it larger than 3. Belarus is probably perfect. Yeah, let's swap over Belarus to the cars. And then we will swap over our PMs, because we really don't want to forget, to using motorized. Which, yikes, that is costing a pretty penny. Oh no, wait, the pretty penny is us putting docks at the front of the queue? Is that it? But this PM will take a little bit of adjustment, but it'll be quite nice. Let's see, yeah, minus 20% offense, defense. What this is going to give, plus 10 offense, plus 5 defense, and extra provinces captured. And once the automobiles become cheap, it won't be so expensive. Yeah. And we annex Bahrain, so I think now is a good stopping point. We finally managed to enforce on the UK for the very first time, and with it we got dominion over basically all the Congo. So this is nice. Pretty nice episode. Very happy to have successfully done that. And we'll find another war to keep on expanding, trying to keep the infamy low-ish. Been really easy to keep the infamy low overall this run. We of course are still going expensive taste. Ugh. Extra tax waste. Ugh. But it's been very nice. We are going for the achievement. This is the primary goal, is the achievement for, I haven't mentioned it in a while, but bourbon for everyone. So we have to get average standard of living above 20 while remaining a monarchy. So we're going to stay on monarchy for this reason. Kind of closing in on this a bit because our SOL has started really actually moving upward, which is indication that we are running out of labor, which is what drives the standard of living up. So kind of expecting to get that in the next few episodes and maybe like really give a nice clapping to the UK somewhat soon here, because our GDP is bigger. Theirs is incomprehensible, but we have grown. They've basically been pretty flat, pretty level, while we have gained roughly 100 million at the same time, so I think we'll be in good shape. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.